Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Finance in Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. I am here to explain the concept types of indirect tax and the concept direct tax versus indirect tax. Now we are going to see the types of indirect tax. As we know, indirect tax is a tax levied on the goods and services which is carried out in the country. The tax can be shifted from one person to other. This is the concept of direct tax. Now we are going to see the goods and service tax, a very important tax which is prevailing in the country in current scenario. The law of GST was brought to action in July 2017 with 17 indirect taxes under its purview. All the major services and service tax has been submerged under the GST. On the state level, what are the taxes which are based on state level? So on state, each state will have state excise duty, additional excise duty, service tax, countervailing duty, special additional customs duties. These are the tax on state level. At the central level, it covers sales tax, entertainment tax, central sales tax, octroi and entry tax, purchase tax, luxury tax, taxes on lottery, gaming and betting, levies on product outside GST purview. That is, taxes on products that use alcohol and petroleum products. This is what about GST. Now we are going to see the next tax, sales tax. So what is sales tax? The tax levied on sale of goods. The union government imposes this sales tax on the interstate sales. That is sales from one state to another. A product is for example, product is manufactured in Tamil Nadu. Its sale will be made in Kerala. Sale will also be made in Kerala. So when the product is crossing the border of state, at that time they have to pay the tax called as sales tax. While the sale tax on intra-state is levied by the state government. So when a product is manufactured in Tamil Nadu and it is brought to the people of Tamil Nadu itself, the state government will levy the tax. This tax has a 3-segment bifurcation along interstate sale, sale during import or export, intra-state sale. This is what about sales tax. Service tax. Service tax are indirect indexes with which taxpayers pay on various paid services. Okay, services means not a product. For some service which are rendered by the government or by the private sector to the public, for that they will charge a tax that is called a service tax. For using the telephone, tour operators, they have given some examples. Architect, interior decorators, advertising, healthcare, banking and financial services, event management, maintenance services, consultancy services, service tax interest is 15%. Service tax interest is 15%. This is what about service tax. The next tax what we are going to see is the value added tax. See, value added tax. The state government collect this category of tax, VAT. It is simply called as VAT. For instance, when a person buys a product that is important, we pay an additional tax known as value added tax, paid to the government. The VAT has a rate that is composed along the nature of the item and respective state of sale. So it is levied, VAT is levied purely by the state government for the important product. That is said to be the VAT. Customs duty and octroi tax. So customs duty is levied for the import and export of goods from one country to another. Levied upon goods imported into the country from abroad, the tax of customs duty is paid at the entry port of a country, such as the airport. When it is sent via ships in the waterways, there also they will pay the entry fees. The rate of taxation variable as per the product nature. Octroi is charged upon the goods entering a municipal zone. Octroi tax means a tax which is levied for the goods which is entering into municipal zone. This is what about customs duty and octroi tax. Excise duty. What is excise duty? Excise duty is an indirect tax form that is charged on the goods produced inside a country. This duty is different from customs duty. This is also known as CVAT or Central Value Added Tax. The last type of indirect tax is nothing but anti-dumping duty. This is levied upon goods that are exported at a rate less than the standard rate by the nation to some other nation. This tax is levied by the central government. So, when a product which is exported, for example, the price of one product is 100 rupees, which is sold inside the country. When it is exported, it is sent, that is sold for 70 rupees. That is less than the actual price which is sold inside the country. That tax is said to be anti-dumping tax, which is levied by the central government. So these are all the different types of indirect tax. What we saw: goods and service tax, sales tax, service tax, value added tax, customs duty and octroi tax, excise duty, anti-dumping duty. Now we are going to see the next concept, difference between direct tax and indirect tax. So, direct tax is imposed on incomes and profits. Indirect tax is imposed on all goods and services. Who pays the direct tax? Individuals and businesses pays the direct tax. All the end consumers will pay the indirect tax. How much is paid by the direct tax? Depending upon the income and profit earned. The slab will be fixed by the central government and it will be announced in the budget every year. Indirect tax, same for everyone. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whoever purchases a product and use that, they have to pay the indirect tax. Transferability. Direct tax is not transferable. Indirect tax is transferable. Tax evasion. Tax evasion means can be avoided. Direct tax can be avoided. That is, many items can be inserted to reduce the tax. But in case of indirect tax, it is not possible. Without paying the tax, we cannot purchase a good or we cannot render any service. Nature. Direct tax is progressive in nature. When income increases, tax will also be increased. But indirect tax, it is regressive. Depends upon the collection. Direct tax collection is complex. Many calculations are involved. But indirect tax collection is very convenient because it is added along with the price of the product. Common examples of direct tax is income tax. Common example of indirect taxes: GST, excise duty, VAT, customs duty, etc. I think you have understand the concept. What are the types of indirect tax and the difference between direct tax and indirect tax. Thank you. Thank you so much for the patience listening.